I have seen Snehal's journey for the last 15 years now. She's become an amazing producer of sorts because she runs Vistara Art Studio, and I'm really proud of you. Because you were doing. I mean, I met you when you were doing your bachelor's in fine art, and then we were classmates in MSU Baroda. It's really nice to have you on the show. And with regards to this exhibition that I'm curating, Follow the White Rabbit at the Frida Art House at the Ritz Carlton, you've given some amazing works. You've given a set of 20 artworks which ask people to come and peep into the works. So can you just explain this one body of work, and then let's go into the details of your larger practice?
So, particularly this work, I have been wanting to explore this idea of what it looks like to look or see windows that are away from us, like these buildings that are really distant.
Yeah.
But window is kind of an opening to somebody's house when you look at it from a distance.
Yeah.
And then you get a peep of their life
Yeah.
from that window.
Yeah.
And that was the essence of that small, intimate, peekaboo moment of their lives, which I tried to capture through the windows.
You do that in real life also?
No, but we kind of, when you're crossing the road or you're in the car
there's-
or when you're walking across the streets,
This voyeuristic side of just peeping into other people's houses.
no, you get to see it otherwise also. You're not intentional about it, but that talks about what kind of a family
Yeah.
or what is going on in the house. It can be multiple situations.
Yeah.
Even like you're seeing through shops on the roadside.
Yeah.
The main highlight is that window display, right? Like you're trying to show what you are through the window. So
Sure.
it's
And
it's that feel.
what made you come close to printmaking? Like you used to paint earlier, and now, and also I'm going to come with your father ran a very powerful foundation in Pune, an art foundation.
Yes.
So there are a few subjects that I want to discuss. Firstly, now also, okay, let's just start ahead with the freshest topic, which is you becoming a mother
Yes.
and also practicing art.
Yes.
Something I will never understand, but I feel there's a lot of responsibility. You've just dropped your kids to school and come for this podcast. So can you just like I'm scared in a way to kind of like also have a professional practice and also be a mother for my wife.
Yeah.
I'm wondering, if you had to speak to a larger audience, a younger audience that is going to have a child and that is also has a very serious private painting practice as an artist,
Yeah.
how do you juggle both of these, and what advice would you
You
give?
know, I've been thinking about this for quite some time. Like, it's not that every day you create art, right? Like, I go to the studio every day, but not necessarily you make some finer work every day.
Yeah.
So some of it is your back end work, some of it is sketching, even reading or like searching on the internet, like browsing through. But I feel like
Yeah.
I've been just thinking about it widely. I feel like creativity is a lifestyle.
Is a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Wow.
And I've been researching on this idea for a while because I think it instills, especially because you know that my father had an art foundation and I had a overview of art as a career practice or art as a world from my childhood.
Yeah.
I had great exposure from that point of view. So I tried to do it for my children, like instilling learning about anything, like about a subject, about math, about values through creative processes.
Yeah.
So I feel like it's not been a juggle. It's just life. Like I find joy even in cooking. I find joy even in doing something at home. I find joy in being with kids and like singing songs with them and like. So it's not different from being like there's no partition of being an artist, being a mother, being a housewife, being a daughter-in-law, daughter. Like, you know, I think it's just one as a person.
Can you be as creative with your mother-in-law as you are with your daughter?
Yeah. So like she loves when you make food like differently, like you.
Yeah. Sorry.
You're creating like you make the same food but you just serve it in a different style, you know. I think there's joy in like even doing that. So I think there was no segregation between being a mother
You're a creative person.
Yeah.
And that's the blanket definition of you. And you like I had gone to Rajasthan once and their houses are done up like artists come into their life.
Yeah.
you have that kind of. I've come to your beautiful house, and it's done up like really well. There's going to be no footage of that video,
Thanks.
but it's really done like a gallery in a way. And when your father started the art gallery, your father's a pakka businessman, pakka, like full on. And I just found out through Milind Mulik that he was also a pianist and a musician,
Yes.
something I had no clue about. But your father did have that streak in him of creativity. I've also met your daughter. She paints in her way.
Yeah. In her way.
In her way, yeah. And I wanted to ask you your relationship with your father. His relationship with money is very obvious. What's your relationship with money? And I want to ask, what did you get from? My question to you is, what are the values your father instilled in you through running a business, but also running an art foundation? And so you got a mix of both.
Yes.
And you chose art, and you became an artist. And also, are you an artist? I'll just finish this. Are you an artist, or are you in the business of art? Done.
That's a tough one. Like too many questions in one question.
It's not planned, this
so
podcast. I'm just asking.
Relationship with my father has been very easy to tell you. He is like my best friend.
Yeah.
I can, he understands why I create what I create, because he himself wanted to be at one point, an artist, and that's how he created the foundation to support art.
Yeah.
Being in a business family, he had to look back at the business, but his creativity has always been even in his business, because he was a lot into the R&D part of the business more than the business front. And also marketing is one of his core. So I think genetically get that part also.
You genetically imbibed marketing.
Genetically. or like business point of view for any
acumen. Yeah,
anything.
you become shana.
This business part I realized much later.
Are you a businesswoman?
But I don't create art for yeah. I don't create art for business.
No, I
I
don't
create
mean
it
that.
for the sheer joy.
Sure.
But I feel like there should be growth, not just.
You said it's a lifestyle, so I'll ask you: do you monetize your lifestyle?
Fortunately, I have been.
Yeah.
Yes.
How?
I believe in creating a brand. I believe in what I talk or what I do. So I believe in, if I can add value to you, yes, then the value should have a gain back again.
Yes.
Monetary, in either ways, like just.
Yeah.
So I think.
Basically money. No.
Not just money, but I think when you create a brand, there's much more than, there's also responsibility with the brand.
Sure.